Clint. Good to see you. Things are pretty peaceful in town right now. Whoa, hold on there, mister. Stranger. I don't recall ever seeing you here in my town before. My name is Wyatt Earp. I'm the Cochise County Marshal, Arizona Territory. My older brother Virgil is the Tombstone Sheriff, and our younger brother Morgan is his deputy. This is Deputy Eastwood. He works strictly under my authority, and it's my responsibility to let people know when they come to Tombstone. Maybe it's possible you didn't notice the sign coming into town that reads about our town ordinance against carrying firearms on the streets or within the town of Tombstone. And we don't allow it. It causes too much trouble. We take it very seriously and we enforce it vigorously. So, our point is to inform you, if you're just passing through, that's fine. I'll be happy to escort you to the other side of town. I'll wave goodbye. You'll be on your way. Everybody will be happy. If you need provisions, that's quite expected and very common, and we have 3 merchants in town. Be more than happy to provide you with whatever you need, and again, I'll be happy to wave goodbye when you're on your way. So, but now on the other hand, if you have any intentions of staying here in town, we don't strictly enforce our town ordinance about firearms so much to where we force everybody to turn it in here at my office. We'll let you carry it to the whatever hotel you want to stay at. There's 4 very nice hotels in town. I would stay at the Tombstone Registry and turn my gun over to Mr. Adams at the desk, and he'll put it in the locked safe for you, and everybody will be comfortable with that, and you can enjoy your stay. Now, if you have any desires to enjoy the festivities and goings-on in our 7 saloons, we've got the finest entertainment and gambling tables, and you know, we will allow you to carry your firearms into the saloon and turn it right over to the bartender there. If you're going to go to more than one saloon in your visit, I suggest you start at the Sunset Saloon and hand your gun over to Sam. He's actually earned my trust as the most trustworthy bartender in town. He's the elderly gentleman with the black derby hat. You'll know him. He'll put your gun in the safe. He'll even put your name on it for you. So, and then everything will be fine. But please, don't cause any trouble here in my town. Don't wet your whistle like too many cowboys do, to the point where you get hostile and violent and cause trouble with our local folks. They won't like it. They reply and respond badly to ill remarks or hostile actions towards them. And everybody will be unarmed, and that means it calls into service myself or my 2 brothers. And if I have to get involved, I'm going to ask you to behave yourself and not be a problem or a burden to anyone. And if I can't be persuasive, if you're out of control with your consumption of our fine beverages that we have available, you'll force me to break your jaw. I don't really want to have to do that. And if you have to force me to take it any further, I might have to hit you over the head with my .45. Either way, you're going to end up someplace you don't want to be. You can visit anywhere in Tombstone you like. It's a great place. We're happy to have you. The last place you want to visit in my town is my jail. So, don't cause any trouble in my town. And you should be forewarned, there's 6 people in this town who are authorized to carry a sidearm. That's myself, Virgil, Morgan, Deputy Eastwood. My best friend, you'll see him in town, usually at one of the gambling tables, a very finely dressed gentleman. You'll know him by his southern accent. He's the what you might call the typifiable southern gentleman. He's a very talented individual. John Henry Holliday is his name, most notably known as Doc Holliday. He's a personal friend of mine. He's very handy at everything he puts his hands into, and unfortunately some people find out he's too handy at some things. I strongly suggest if you see John Henry sitting at a card table, turn your back and walk away unless you came to Tombstone and with the intentions of losing your money to Doc Holliday for some reason, you want notoriety. He'll be happy to take your money and tell me about it the next day, laughing the whole time. There's one other individual in this town that's authorized to carry a sidearm. He dresses a lot like me and quite often carries a set of revolvers much like mine, and you really don't want to overlook that gentleman. He usually will be sitting quietly by himself in the corner of the saloon, smoking on his pipe. If it's the yellow stemmed pipe, you'll know who I'm speaking of. That's Col Douglas Mortimer. The colonel has a history. You don't want to even know most of the details. I just tell you that Col Douglas Mortimer may be the most serious and most talented individual at what he does of any individual I've ever crossed paths with. So my strong advice is have a good time here in Tombstone. Don't give me any grief. If you see Virgil and Morgan, tell them you talked to their brother Wyatt and you've turned your guns in and all's fine and dandy with you. We have no reason to be concerned. If you cross paths with Doc Holliday, give him a smile, but otherwise try to avoid him, unless you want to end up being just a complete loser. And if you happen to see Col Douglas Mortimer, it's hard to advise on what to do with that individual. Just don't upset him. And by all means, don't give me any reason to send Deputy Eastwood out after you, to use his own personal tactics. Deputy Eastwood is a man of very few words, but he's very fast at what he does. Unfortunately, his reputation is that the last thing most people saw is how profoundly talented he is at what he does. You don't want that to be the last image you see. So, with all that being said, I'll welcome you to our town. Well, taking off that gun belt is about the smartest thing you've done since you got here, so I'll be happy to hang that right here on my wall. Thank you very much. No problem. Actually, it's a very nice piece. I'll be sure to remember who it belongs to. In fact, I'll hang it right here on my doorknob, so when you're done visiting our town, how appropriate. Check your guns at the door. That's what you just did. I'll give you that. When you're done visiting our town, maybe you'll appreciate the ordinances and why we have them to be what they are. And with all that being said, enjoy your stay here. I'll shake your hand to welcome to our town, and if you behave yourself, I'll be happy to shake your hand on your way out. So, good day.